Hi, this is Justin, and I wanted to talk to you today about how I pick my stocks to create my watch list. Number one thing I do is make sure it's a stock that's popular. It's a brand that people know. Bank of America, General Motors, Coca-Cola, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla. Those are all brands that people know. Another thing I like to do is make sure that it's an asset that other people would invest in. Hedge fund managers, rich people, right? Um, as you see my positions over here, there's a lot of positions in that account that are pretty popular positions. You have not necessarily popular brands, but Space is it's kind of a meme stock, so there's people. It's getting traction. It's Virgin Galactic Holdings. It's everyone might not know who this is, but there is a good chance in the future that everyone does know who this is. They're working on um, flight into space, so and that's very new. As a matter of fact, the way that the stock is priced currently is that they're not even trying to make a profit right now. So in the event that they have a bad earnings, it's not like it's gonna. I mean, it might go down a little bit, but the price is built in, knowing going into earnings that it's going to lose money. So KRE is an S&P uh, uh, ETF. So this one is something I'm still doing research on. I still haven't decided whether I'm going to sell options on it. But the Russell 2000 is a pretty popular one. Right? You might not know what IWM is, but it's the Russell 2000. It's an ETF that represents 2,000 different shares of stock. SPY is S&P 500 ETF trust. So it's yeah, it kind of represents the S&P 500. The second thing I like to look for, sorry, the third thing I like to look for is volume. I want to make sure that if I'm getting into a position or picking an asset, I want to be able to get in and out on options. There's nothing worse than losing money or wanting to take a trade, but you can't even get the order to fill because the bid ask is too wide. The next thing I want to look for is, am I going to get my 1% cash on cash premium return? The 1% that I look for is based on the stock price. So in this case, this is over 1%. This one is way over 1%. This is a pretty good return. The reason why I look for at least 1%, it gives some downside. So like if I sell this put, I'm still making money. For example, in this case, this is where the stock is at, this gray circle. I'm still making money all the way down to the edge of this one. So if I sold this put, let's go down to next Friday. If I sold this put and by next Friday it's at $30, I'd still be making some money on the value of the contract. Not a lot, but I collected $245 premium at this price. That's a pretty decent return. That's almost 10%. I mean, not quite, but it's close. General Motors, I mean, it's right there. It's almost 2%, right? Coca-Cola is one that doesn't quite, because it doesn't move very much. You have to go pretty close to at the money, but it's less than 1%. That's why I haven't sold a put against it yet. Although it is a stock I'd be willing to buy and hold. And in the next stage of the strategy is, in the event that you get assigned the shares, you would sell a strangle against it. The call side of the strangle would be really close to the price that you paid for the stock, and then the put side would be, what would you buy the stock for in the future? With this one not moving very much, I'd probably say that. So you would either reduce your dollar cost average if it went down, or if it stayed right there, you'd make 70, or if it went up, you'd make the difference between whatever you paid and whatever this is. So if you bought it at 53 and it went up to here, you'd make, if it stayed between there, you'd make your $50. Or if it went up, like if it went all the way over to here, probably not gonna happen. It'd be more than 2 standard deviations away from its current price, which is would be a difficult one to happen. So minimum you make 54, maximum you make 154. So you get a $100 return on the cost. So American Express, kind of the same. Is it going to give me the 1% return I'm looking for on a weekly basis? Yeah, it's right there. It's a little bit above. That's good. Earlier I said I kind of shoot for 3, hope to land on 1. That goal is based on this. So, and in this account, so in this case, I'd want to make sure that I'm trying to collect a premium of at least $143 on all the positions, all the short puts and all the calls. Actually, more specifically, I'd want to make sure that it's 3%, so that I can do things like I did today, which was closed out of my Apple position for a $35 profit. Okay, reduce the risk on my account, but still made 35 bucks on that. All I did was click a button and made a decision whether I like the stock or not. I know that sounds, I don't want to diminish it. There's a lot of risk there. Don't take that as I'm diminishing it. It's not free money. Okay, there's a risk involved. And then stocks like Tesla, these are long-term stocks. Like, you need a lot of money in your account to sell this one. But for example, if you sold a put 1 week out, you had $62,000 and you wanted to put all your money on Tesla, you sold a put 1 week out, you waited, make $4,000. As long as you're willing to hold the stock until it goes back up, right? Or in this case, you go, oh yeah, I'm going to sell a put, but I don't actually want to hold the stock. The stock can actually go down to $580 before you start losing money. Okay, that's not bad. This is also a position, kind of a long-term goal. If it continues to move up and down and go crazy like it does, it's a valuable stock to sell options on. Let's just say that you were assigned shares. You sold it 1 week out. You got your $4,000 premium. It dropped down over here. The next thing is, if you have enough money in your account to cover that second put, you would sell what I call a strangle, or what Tastyworks calls a strangle. You would want to make sure, since we sold the original one, at a certain price, you'd want to make sure that your short call was at least at the price that you picked the stock up for, so that once it goes above that, you're breaking even. But on this one, for example, you wanted to sell it sell another put $20 out of the strike. You're like just $7,000 premium. That's for 1 week. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of cash on cash return. You also have a lot of downside on this. Let's just say it drops down again. You'll reduce your dollar cost average. If your first one got assigned at 620, your second one's assigned at 600, your dollar cost average is 610. So you're looking at 12,200. It was $121,000 for 2 shares. Okay, then you're going, okay, I got 2. I don't have any more money in my account. So covered calls. You have 2 shares, call, boom, we're down 1 week. You got 2 of them, and again, getting as close to the assignment price as possible. I mean, you're looking at $8,000 right there. 120,000, $8,000 a week. That's going to put most people in retirement. Obviously, you want to play this game for a long time before you even think about that. It's kind of a crazy thought to begin with, but if you've been doing this for a couple years and you have made enough money on your premium to pay for those 200 shares and basically playing with free money, it's not free money, but if you've made $120,000 on premiums alone and you have 200 shares of Tesla and you keep playing this wheel strategy, if it gets called away, you sell another put. You get the stock back, you sell a strangle. If you get the second share, you sell kind of a broken leg strangle, sell 2 calls and 1 put. I mean, you're talking about some serious stuff. Again, Tesla's a stock that can go crazy. It can go really crazy. This is a conversation that we would not be having 6 months ago. So there's a reason why the premiums on options are really high for Tesla. But that's how I pick my stocks. Again, let's kind of recap. Is it common? Is it going to give me my 1%? Is it liquid? Is it something I would hold on to until it returned my money on the value of the stock? That's how they land over here. I'm always looking to add to this, with the exception of Space being my kind of a meme stock. It's kind of an outlier. It kind of meets all the parameters except for the popularity thing. It is kind of a disruptive environment type stock. It's something that I say meme disruptive. I mean, if you're on YouTube, you know that there's stocks out there that people invest in only because other people investing in, regardless if they have value or not. And Space is kind of one of those. I mean, their projected earnings for the next, their projected profit for the next earnings is a negative number. It's not a normal situation. Usually, when there's a projected earnings, they try not to lose money unless they're just getting started, which I believe Space is. I think it just IPO'd not too long ago. But if you have any questions about how I pick stocks, if I didn't answer your question, if what I said didn't make sense, you want me to elaborate on anything, please comment below. And while you're down there, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll keep these updates coming. Thank you.